7.7b video notes, which is part 2 of the simple interest. Now we're going to be taking the next step up, and we are going to be rearranging our simple interest formula, because in real life and in these problems, you're not only going to see a problem where you're solving for interest. You might need to know what you start with, which is your principal, or what the interest rate is, or how much time the loan is going to go for. Okay, so we are going to use this triangle, which looks very similar to the formula, the triangle we use in our past few units, like the y equals kx triangle. We can use this same triangle idea with just, now we have 4 variables, but it's the same idea, to rearrange them for whatever variable we don't know. So I'm going to show you again how to use this triangle. If you don't know your interest, cover up the I. As you see, P, R, and T are next to each other. So that's where the PRT formula comes from. Principal times rate times time. What if you don't know your principal? How much money you start with? Cover it up. Principal then would be equal to interest divided by rate times time. Remember, your R is always as a decimal. Your rate is always the decimal form. Now, what if I don't know my interest rate? Your interest rate is equal to I divided by P times T. Now, your R, remember, is a decimal. So you're going to have to multiply your decimal by 100 to find your percent. Don't forget that. Now for T, cover up the T. Remember, T is always in years. It's always in years. So keep that in mind. So T equals I divided by P times R. Remember, R is the decimal, right? So I would write that too. Your R is your decimal. Okay, so we're going to use these formulas to solve for problems. Here we go. Number 5. Go ahead and read the problem and come back to me. All right, so an $800 deposit for 24 months earned $200 in interest. We need to know the rate and the total value. So, $800 deposit. So your P is 800. 24 months. 24 months is, we need to turn that into years. 24 divided by 12 equals 2. So our T is 2. Our rate, we don't know. And your interest is 200. Okay, so we need to find the interest rate. So let's start. R equals, look at your formulas. R equals your interest divided by principal times time. So divide 200 by 800 times 2 in the denominator. Okay, so what you need to do here is you need to, if you put this in your calculator, you need to put that in parentheses in the bottom, or else your calculator is not going to divide by the right things in order here. So what do you get when you divide those? You get R equals, okay, and so now you get R equals 0.125, and we know from the formula, we don't want to know the decimal, we need the percent, so we have to multiply it by 100, and you get a interest rate of 12.5%. Okay, now our total value. Remember, your total value is your principal plus your interest, so we can just add P plus I, and you get $1,000. $1,000. Pause the video. I want you to try to set up number 6. So identify your P, T, R, and I, and then figure out what you're solving for and which equation to use. All right, so we got those numbers on the left. Now we should be solving for interest, which is PRT. So go ahead and solve that and write your answer for your interest, and then find your total value, which is what we did yesterday in 7.7a. All right, and after you put that formula in your calculator, you get $1,276 for your interest. And then to find our total value, of course, you have to add them together. Your principal plus your interest, and you have a total of $2,871. All right, pause the video and try number 7. All right, there's your work for number 7. Check it with me and ask me if you have any questions. Please do not forget, you have to use parentheses when you're dividing, or else you're going to divide or multiply in the wrong order, and you're going to get the wrong answer. Okay, because we have to divide by the entire bottom, and according to PEMDAS, your calculator is going to do 102 divided by 0.05 and then multiply by 3. That's in the incorrect order. Okay, so make sure you use parentheses in that denominator. Okay. All right. Pause video and try number 8 and number 9. All right, here's number 8. Check with me if you set it up incorrectly, got the wrong answer, because I want to make sure you're doing these correct. So try it on your own. Don't just copy me, okay? You had 625 as your answer. Now, number 9. Go ahead and pause video and try number 9 if you have not yet. All right, here's your work for number 9. You're solving for R. Remember, if you're solving for R, you have to multiply by 100 at the end to find your percentage. So your answer was 8%. Come ask me for any question that you have. All right, number 11 says Caston has 2 options for investing his money. He thinks choosing option A will earn the most interest. Is he correct? What is the difference in the amount of interest he would earn? So I want you to pause the video, find the interest earned from option A and option B, and figure out which option should Caston pick, and find the difference between the 2 options. All right, so there's your work for option A and option B. So Caston says option A is the best. What do you think? You earn $77 with option A. Option B, you earn $82.50. Which one's better? Option B. So option B is better. So Caston is wrong. He should pick option B, because when you subtract the two, 82.50 minus 77, you actually end up getting $5.50 more with option B. Okay, so that's how you can use the triangle to rearrange the equations to solve for different variables with the simple interest formula. So go ahead and complete your must-do and ace that mastery check. Good luck, guys. And please make sure you're asking me questions for help, guys, because this is hard stuff. Okay, be confident, you're smart, you're awesome, and you're all special. Let's go.